Lesson 19, Configuring Vouchers. In this chapter, we'll discuss about vouchers configuration. Basically, vouchers configuration here refers to configuration of voucher series. This configuration will specify voucher series wise. In the chapter, we'll discuss how you can configure different series according to your requirement. That is, you can add additional fields, item wise descriptions, some voucher optional fields, rounding off options, and many more such options. So we'll discuss what all options Busy offers to configure different voucher series. For this, we'll go to Administration, Configuration, Voucher Series Configuration. As I have mentioned that this is the voucher series wise configuration. Here at the left hand side you can see the list of all the voucher types along with the series that are created by default, and at the right hand side various options are provided. So in the left hand side, first of all we'll select a voucher type. Here we are selecting the sales voucher type and clicking the add new button to create a new voucher series. We have given the name as retail, so you can see under sales voucher type two series, main and retail, are appearing. Now when we select retail option, then certain options get activated at the right hand side. First we'll click the modify series option to modify or edit the name of the series. Then is the delete series option. Using this option you can delete the series. Then is multiple series creation. Using multiple series creation option, you can create multiple series in one go. On clicking this option, you can see a list of voucher type is appearing. You can select the required voucher types under which you want to create a new series, and at the right hand side you need to specify the series name or group name. Group name we'll discuss after this. So you can specify the series name, and at the bottom you can specify that do you want to copy configuration from any existing series. If you specify yes, then you need to specify the series name from which the configuration is to be copied. So this is a procedure to create multiple series in one go. When you click the OK button, you can see series with the given name will be created under all the selected voucher types. Next is voucher series group management. Using this option, you can create a voucher series group under which you can specify different voucher series. This is basically a group for different voucher series. This is required when you want to view report for selected voucher series. So you can specify the voucher series group, and the series that are specified under that group report will be generated only for those voucher series. Next is bulk voucher numbering. Using this option, you can configure voucher numbering in bulk. On selecting this option, first you need to select a voucher series group. Here under this group there are no series is yet configured, otherwise the series you have specified in this group would have appeared, and then you can specify the numbering type for each voucher series. Like you can specify the numbering type, renumbering frequency, and all the options that are provided for the voucher numbering. So now we'll go to the main series of the sales voucher. Here we are configuring the main series of the sales voucher, and we'll click the voucher configuration button. We are not discussing the voucher numbering option as we have discussed it in detail in our earlier chapter. On clicking the voucher configuration option, a voucher series configuration window is appearing here. First option is number of optional fields. If you remember, we have discussed the concept of optional fields with the master. Same concept applies here. These optional fields will be created for the voucher, that is, they will be applied to complete voucher. Maximum you can specify 20 optional fields. Here we are specifying number of optional fields as 2, and then we are specifying their name. First is membership number, its type as text, and we have set maintain master database to yes for this field. That means values under this fields will be picked from a drop down list, and those values will be created using the F3 key, and you cannot directly enter data under this field. Next we have specified as bonus point, for which the type is numeric. Next option is additional field with item. If you want to specify some additional data with the item, then you can specify yes in this field, and then can specify the name of that additional field. So now with the item, a field extended warranty will also appear, wherein you can specify the details of the extended warranty. Next is item wise description. You can specify yes here if you want to specify item wise description. Then you can configure this option. On clicking the configure button, an item wise description configuration will appear, where you can specify the number of description lines required. We are taking it as 3, and then you need to specify the caption for those 3 fields. We are taking the line 1 as color, then line 2 as special features, and line 3 as AMC. Then is pick item description through F4, that is, you want to pick item description using F4 key, and pick item sizing info from line number this to this, that is, you want to pick item sizing info from which description lines. Item sizing info feature we have discussed in the features option inventory tab. Basically using this option you can specify the dimensions or other details of the item in these fields and Busy will automatically calculate. If required, you can also specify the formula for the same. For example, if the item is locked, then you can specify the dimensions like length into breadth in the item description fields and Busy will automatically calculate the item's quantity. Then is item wise discount. Specify Y in this field if you want to apply item wise discount, and then you need to select the discount structure. Here a list is appearing. We are selecting the simple discount percentage of price option. Then if you want, you can enable the item wise markup option also and specify the markup structure. Then is separate billing shipping details. You want separate billing shipping details for the party. If yes, then specify this option is applicable for all parties or only for cash and bank accounts, and then you need to specify the key field. It could be party name, mobile number or email ID. Then specify Y in the input item MRP field if you want to input item MRP also at the time of voucher entry. Then is skip item quantity unit price. If you specify yes in this data field, then you will not be required to enter the item quantity, unit and price in the voucher entry. You need to only select the item and then you can enter the item amount. This is required for service items. Then is item sorting while saving. That is, you want to sort items at the time of voucher saving. So you can select the required option, that is you want sorting item wise, item group wise, additional field wise, or if you do not want to sort items, then you can select the none option. Then is set default date in voucher as. You want to set the default date, that is the date that appears in the voucher by default should be the last voucher date or the system date. System date would probably be your current date, that is the date that is appearing on your machine, on your computer. So here we are selecting it as last voucher date. Next is zero value validation. If you specify yes in this data field, then you can configure that which zero values you want to disallow at the time of voucher entry. There are two levels of validation: item level validation and voucher level validation. In the item level validation, you can disallow zero item mean quantity, disallow zero item mean price, or disallow zero item amount. And at the voucher level validation, you can specify disallow zero voucher quantity and disallow zero voucher amount. That is, voucher amount or voucher quantity cannot be zero, otherwise the voucher could not be saved. Then is filter value for party drop down and filter value for item drop down. That is, you want to filter party or item drop down list on basis of certain text. If you specify yes in these data fields, another blank field will appear wherein you can specify the text on the basis of which the values will be filtered at the time of voucher entry. Then is input transport details. Specify yes in this data field if you want to input transport details in the voucher. Then is auto round off final amount. You want to round off final voucher amount. If you specify yes, then you can configure the rounding off options. That is, you want rounding off to be always upper side, lower side or automatic. And then you need to specify the bill sundry for upper round off and bill sundry for lower round off. Further, you can specify rounding off should be nearest to and ask before adding rounding off bill sundry. That is, Busy should ask before adding the rounding off bill sundry in the voucher. That is, Busy should basically ask before rounding off the amount. In the voucher, a message will appear. If you click yes button, then Busy will apply the rounding off bill sundry. Next is print accounts voucher after saving. Specify yes in this data field if you want to print accounting part of the voucher, and then you can further configure. You can specify the default format according to which the accounts voucher will be printed. And then prompt for printing after saving, that is, a message should appear at the time of voucher saving that you want to print accounting voucher or not. You want to view printing options before printing the accounting voucher, and you want to set the default number of copies, and those number of copies can be changed at the time of printing where printing options would be appearing. Then is print inventory voucher after saving. That is, you want to print inventory voucher, inventory part of the voucher at the time of saving. If you specify yes, then again similar set of options appear and you can configure those options. Then is print sales invoice after saving. Specify yes in this data field if you want to print sales invoice and click the configure button. You can print sales invoice in 4 different formats. So if you specify number of formats as 4, then you can set separate values for format 1, 2, 3 and 4. You can basically select the format according to which the sales invoice will be printed. In format 1 you can select some other option. In format 2 you can select some other format. Here you can see complete list of format is appearing, and then again various options are appearing. You can configure them as per your requirement. Then is print item barcode after saving. If you want to print items barcode after saving of the voucher, then you can specify yes in this option. And then there are certain options which are not at all active, because these options are available only with an active Busy license subscription. If you have an active Busy license subscription, then only you can use this option. For more details on Busy license subscription BLS, you can view our video uploaded on YouTube. Then is amount settlement details. Specify yes in this data field if you want to enter settlement details also in the voucher. On specifying yes in this field, a voucher settlement configuration window will appear. Here at the left hand side, you can see various payment modes are appearing: cash, credit card, machine 1, 2, 3 and check. You can enable the options through which you accept the payment at the time of sale. Here we are enabling the cash, credit card 1 and credit card 2 options, and similarly we are specifying the account name for them, that is which account will be affected for this mode of payment, and the caption for the same. So for cash we have taken the caption as cash. For credit card 1, we have taken the caption as credit card machine 1, and for credit card 2, we have taken the caption as credit card machine 2. Next is specify settlement details separately from miscellaneous data entry. In the miscellaneous data entry, we have provided a utility for settlement details. If you want to enter settlement details through that utility, then you can specify yes in this data field. Then is enforce full adjustment of amount. Yes or no, it's up to you, and if you specify no, then you can specify the default settlement mode. Then is post settlement data along with party data. You want to post settlement data along with party data, then you can specify yes. And last option is, do you want to print invoice after saving from miscellaneous data entry. Next, a configure standard pause option button is provided, using which you can configure standard pause options provided in Busy. So these are all the options provided for voucher series configuration. Click save button to save this configuration. Next, at the main screen you can see an optional fields printing button is appearing, which we have not discussed earlier. Click this button, you can see the name of the optional fields that we have created, so you can specify their printing options, that is you want to print these details in documents, vouchers and in reports. Till now we have discussed the voucher series configuration. Now we will see how we can use these options at the time of voucher entry. So we'll go to transactions sales option. Here you can see two series, main and retail, are appearing. Retail series we have just created, but here we are selecting the main series as we have configured the main series in the voucher series configuration. Specify the date, select the voucher type, select the party. On selecting the party, a billing shipping details window is appearing because we have enabled the separate billing shipping details feature in the voucher series configuration. Here you can specify different billing shipping details for the party, that is you can specify the different address, telephone number and other details. Specify the material center, enter narration if any. On pressing the enter key on the narration field, you can see an optional fields window is appearing, showing two optional fields that we have created, that is membership number and bonus point. In the membership number field, we have set the maintain master database option to yes, so we'll press the F3 key, we'll create the membership number and then select it from the drop down list. In the bonus point fields, we'll enter the data directly as maintain master database is not maintained for this field. Now we'll select the item. On pressing the enter key on the item, an input item MRP window is appearing, in which you can enter the item's MRP. By default, it is picking the item MRP as we have entered in the item master. Next, an item additional field description window is appearing. First, it is showing the additional field extended warranty, so you can enter data in that. And then three description fields, color, special features and AMC is appearing, so you can specify the data as per your requirement. Now specify the item quantity, unit. On pressing the enter key on the unit field, an item price and discount window is appearing, in which will specify the discount percentage, as we have selected the discount structure as simple discount percentage of price. So here we are specifying the discount as 1%. This 1% will be deducted from the item sale price and the new price is appearing in the price grid. Now we'll specify the VAT bill sundry, VAT at the rate of 5%, and click save button to save the voucher. On clicking the save button, Busy is showing a message, add rounding of bill sundry. This message is appearing because we have enabled the option of ask before adding rounding of bill sundry. So we are clicking yes button and you can see Busy has applied a rounded off bill sundry in the bill sundry grid. Next, amount settlement details window is appearing, which is showing all the three modes: cash, credit card machine 1, credit card machine 2. So you can enter data accordingly, that is the mode through which customer has made the payment. Then Busy is asking, do you want to print the sales invoice? We have clicked the yes button. Here we are previewing the sales invoice in the standard format. If we have specified more than one in the number of formats option, then Busy would have asked this option for that much number of times. That is, if you have specified 2, then Busy would have asked this option 2 times. That is, you can print the sales invoice 2 times in 2 different formats. Then is print inventory voucher. Click yes button. So you can see on the screen it's showing the inventory voucher, basically inventory related details of the voucher in the preview. Next is print accounts voucher. Click yes button. Here Busy is showing a message that standard format for sales voucher is not yet configured. Do you want to configure? We have pressed the yes button, and in the sales configuration we have clicked the save button to save the standard configuration. Now you can see the preview of the accounts voucher. So this is all we have to discuss in the chapter. At the end of the chapter, we have provided certain exercise. You can view the exercise on screen and attempt it. Hope after going through this chapter, you would be able to easily configure the voucher series. Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.